3 years ago is when I made a decision to leave my 9 to 5 and to take the route of entrepreneurship. And I couldn't have made a better decision, because last year we just turned over £2 million. This year we're on track to do over 2.5 million. It's not just the numbers that are amazing and what you get with it. It's also the freedom that you can actually achieve with it too. I'm sitting here right now in a beautiful country called Bosnia, and I'm making this video to show you guys raw and authentic way of telling you literally this is what I did. I'm gonna give you a little bit of intro myself. I'm Shireen Khan. I am the co-owner of Laser Me Out. It's one of the biggest laser hair removal brands in the UK. And we're on track to do really good numbers this year. We're literally just opening up a new branch, a new route in East London right now. I'm based in London myself, and that's where our clinics are. And I want to show you how I got from 0 to where we are right now. We have 7 rooms in total when it comes to the clinics that we have. And if you're looking to start a service-based business, or maybe you're looking to get into e-commerce, it's all the same. Business is all the same. The reality is, it can take you 6 months from the ideation to actually put it into action. And a lot of you struggle with, oh, but you know what, I don't know if this idea is gonna work. Well, if you actually start with the idea and then you put it into action, 6 months from today, you may be a different person. You may be actually working on that product or that service, but you actually need to put down the work ethic, which requires day in, day out of, okay, this is the route that it takes to actually get to this position. Are you willing to put that work down? One of the first things that no one told me was, you don't need to optimize. A lot of people are thinking, well, this is a financial model. This is what you need to do. You need to make sure your accountant has all these numbers written down. You need to have a profit and loss, all these things, a lot of jargon basically. And what we did in the first year of business was, we posted content. We have a service. We posted content, we had a service, we have a service. Anyone that interacted with the content, whether it was a like, whether it was a comment, whether it was a follow, we DM them. Direct message that person is most likely going to be your customer. You need to make sure you leave the optimization to the side. We're not at the stage right now to have AI agent doing this, X, Y, and Z. All this stuff with AI agents are a load of crap at the moment. We're not even at that stage yet. You haven't even built a business for you to even think about AI agents. A lot of people are thinking about becoming a solo entrepreneur. Forget that for now. Work on building something basic. A lot of people think about the glamorous businesses, but why don't you just put your head down in one idea? Whether that's a product, let's say it's energy drink, or let's say, for example, you're doing what I'm doing, it's a laser hair removal machine. You're providing a service to a person. That could be you're doing a gym class. As simple as that. It could be a personal trainer that you're trying to build your own business. But what you need to realize is that you can't optimize straight away. You can't optimize early. You need to direct message every single person that even shows a little bit of interest into your idea. If I see someone liking one of the posts I've posted on Laser Me Out, which is the brand that I own, in that first year, I would have direct messaged them straight away, and I would ask them, are you interested in getting laser hair removal? Straight away. There's no time to waste. You need to get customers through your door. You invest in your time, you invest in your money. You want to get that return ASAP, because you haven't got the time to waste. You need to see whether this idea works within the next 6 months. If it doesn't, you move on to the next one. That's how it works. And that's why every DM is a chance for a sale. There is no reason why today, if I go to any business owner, even if I go to a business owner in London, I've done this before many times. I go to my barber and I ask him, you have people working for you. Why are they sitting down on an empty chair? Why are they not booked up? And when I see them sitting down on an empty chair, they're not on their break, they're waiting for customers. And I've asked them, why are you not getting them to create content? They can get their friends in, they could record that haircut, and they should be posting that and showing people, look, you can come in and get the haircut. It may be half price, it may be a discount deal, it could be anything. Get those people in. You need to provide some sort of value. And that value is showing a nice haircut. It could be that they could even be scrolling on TikTok, on Facebook, or Instagram, and actually trying to get customers and be like, look, we just opened a barbershop near you. We'd love to give you a free trim in return for some content. There is always a method that you need to use before putting these optimizations that you're going to get AI agents to do your SEO, or you're going to get AI agents to do newsletters. Forget all that, F all of that, and start working on the basics. Unfortunately, this is one of the biggest things that's going to happen to you when you want to change your life from becoming someone who is maybe shackled in a job that you don't want to do, or even a business that you don't want to do, and you want to change your life. You're going to get people telling you that you are crazy. In essence, this could be your family members, This can be your friends, and it happens to be a lot of the times. When you're working, when people think you shouldn't be working, whether that's in the evening, whether you have a social gathering and you can't go to it because you know what, you actually have to do some work. You need to make sure this client has been processed or this email has been sent. Because if you don't, you're behind and you're losing time. And that other business competitor is actually doing the work and they've taken your spot. You have to remember that a lot of your friends and family are probably going to think you're crazy, but you know where you want to get to. And to get to that position, it's going to take you hard work. You have to become a little bit relentless because a lot of people are going to doubt you. And when you get to that position, for example, I'm in, a lot of people didn't even realize what I was doing in the last 3 years because no one sees the work that you put in. I'm making this video right now to show you what I did, but you don't know what I was doing in the last 3 years. How would you know? I wasn't really posting about it, and that's because all the work is done behind the scenes. The glamorous stuff you see on Instagram, TikTok, all these social media platforms is a lot of crap. Most of the time, a lot of people are trying to sell you a course, and they actually haven't put the work in. You know, results speak for themselves. You can see what is done. If you look at the laser clinics, you can see what's going on in my laser clinics, what the work has been done, how many clients we've done, and the revenue, for example. You know, vanity metrics are there. Revenue doesn't necessarily mean anything because you can have revenue and you're not making any profit. You know, we can get into those details. People don't see what work you put in behind doors. And a lot of the times, I get this all the freaking time. The market is saturated. Bro, I can't do this because you know what? The business is too saturated. The idea that I have, someone else is doing it. Well, good. You do your idea, make it even better. Why are you worrying about the next guy or the next person? You need to focus on what your idea is and make it 10 times better. This is the whole point of business. If someone else is doing the idea, that means it's working. That means there's people there to purchase, to do your service, whatever it is that you want to do. So you need to have that mindset of, I'm good to do it, I'm going to do it even better because I know what I'm worth. I know the uniqueness I can put into this idea and how I can take it to the next stage. A lot of the times I think, you're watching this video, there's no reason why you're not better than me. I'm not any better than you. I came from, my childhood was nothing special. Immigrant parents, came to the UK when I was around 2 to 3. I had to capitalize on the opportunity they gave me because I grew up in the UK, in London. There was no foundation, no base for me. So I had to create something. You know, I went down the normal route of going down to university. My parents wanted me to become a doctor or whatever, but I actually didn't go down that route. I became a physiotherapist. I followed my passion, but that wasn't going to necessarily make me financially free to a position where I have that freedom that I have to be able to travel when I want, to be able to do the things that I wanted to do. Because unfortunately, becoming a physiotherapist in the UK, in London, wasn't really going to provide me with the income that I needed to sustain the lifestyle that I wanted. And you're probably looking at this video right now and you're watching this and thinking, well, I'm in a 9 to 5 that I enjoy, or maybe don't enjoy, but it's not getting me to the position that I want to be in. And unfortunately, sometimes you have to take that risk where you have an idea that you know can get you to the position that you want to be. The reason why I'm saying this right now is because you probably have this self-doubt in you that you think you're not better than me. But remember, I'm an average guy that actually put in the work day in, day out and got to this position. So you can do the same thing. Everyone tells you to build a business that no one's thought of. Well, I did the exact opposite. And I followed my sister's lead because she knew what was good in the aesthetics industry. She knew the knowledge of laser hair removal. I knew the skills that I had. The skills I had were marketing, sales, how to grow content. And I put that into the aesthetics industry, which is laser hair removal. She knew the machine, the science behind it. We doubled down together and we made it work. And the only reason why it worked is because I wasn't scared of the competition. There are clinics right now who have 70 plus locations, big companies. We've only got 3 clinics right now, but we're getting to that position where we can compete with them in the next 5 to 10 years. There are always going to be bigger players than you, but it doesn't mean you can't get to that playing field if you don't have that mindset. If I thought to myself, I'm never going to get there, even right now, only got 3 clinics. You know, we haven't got big seeding or, you know, a big investment. But if I have that mindset, that scarcity mindset, I'm never going to get anywhere. I need to make sure that I tell myself, I tell my team, look, we are looking to grow every single year. Great example, my marketing manager, Raja, joined the team about a year and a half ago. When he joined a year and a half ago, he was at a London clinic with 5 rooms. When he joined, he probably didn't think that, you know, the clinic's looking to grow, they're a startup, you know, small to mid-sized company. He's been in the company for just over a year, coming up to a year and a half now. We've got a clinic in Birmingham and we're just about to launch in East London Monument. So he's seen the growth of where me and my team, me and Shireen, my sister, where we can take the business. When he sees that growth as an employee currently, as he is, he's going to think, wow, I would love to stay in this company because I can see the growth, I can see the progression that even for himself that he's gained. It may be that you're working with someone who's creating a business, and that's amazing, because it's not always about creating your own business. You may know someone who has that idea and you can work with them together. Building a team is so important. Don't just think that 100% owner of a business and you have to do it solo. That's the wrong mentality to have. You need to see that progression. You need to see that growth with someone. And a lot of times you need the right team. The team is the hardest thing. Recruitment is probably one of the most difficult things that you're going to come across when it comes to any business. And I'm grateful to have the marketing manager that I have today, because he's stuck with us in hard times, and he stuck with us and saw, okay, this is where the clinic may go to. And as he's seen, we're opening 2 clinics right now. The one we opened in Birmingham, which is now becoming probably, going to be, hopefully, inshallah, a very stable business in the Midlands. And also we are now opening in East London. So we currently have one in Marylebone, and now we're trying to get more presence in East London, because we have a lot of clientele who come from East London to the Marylebone one. So why not give them a closer location? And one of the things that I want you to take away from this video today is that if you start today, you could be unrecognizable in the next 6 months, because you had an idea in your mind and you're probably thinking, how can I execute? How can I start? But if you just started today with that idea, it may be that you got to make the social media account. It may be that you have to create the products. That doesn't take long. That can be within 2 months. Let's use an example. Let's use a supplement as an example. It's probably one of the easiest games out there in order to start. Doesn't mean it's easy to do well. You can create a supplement brand today. Give it a name. Think about the ingredients. Go to a manufacturer. Initial investment is needed. So let's hope you've saved up some money. You've been doing some work for the last 6 months to a year, and you saved up some cash flow, and you're going to use that initial investment to put into this. Then you've got the product now. Now you create a social media, you do X, Y, and Z, and you now promote that idea. That can be done within 6 months. But what's holding you back is that fear of thinking, oh, I'm going to use this initial investment, it might go to waste. Well, what else are you going to put in your money? Okay, you've saved up this money, you might go traveling, but if you actually put this investment into yourself first and into a business, where could you be in 2 to 3 years' time? This is the mindset that you need to have now, especially if you're under 40, in your 30s or in your 20s. It's a great time to start. And now there's not even a better time to start your personal brand and document your journey. So let's say, for example, you started today and you are now documenting your journey of how you're creating this service, you're starting this business. People want to see authentic, raw content, just the way I'm providing it to you right now. Minimal edits, minimal cuts. I'm just trying to speak raw. Obviously, there's going to be ums and ahs, and I'm going to try and clear those up for you so it can be a smooth video. But the reality is, I'm just saying this from the top of my dome. These are things that I've learned over the years, and these are things that I want to tell you, because a lot of people didn't tell me this, because a lot of content that was out there was quite fake and guru based. Oh, do this and you're going to make 10 million in a year. It's very guru based, and a lot of these people that post this content have never actually put the work in themselves. If you started to document your journey, when you've started this idea, even just documenting the idea first, and then from the ideation to actually creating whatever it is, the product, service, then to start selling it, it's so important. Building your own personal brand will help leverage your business. It doesn't matter what the business is, but it's going to help you leverage that business. Even just the way I'm doing right now, I'm trying to build my personal brand, trying to get eyes onto my content. It's going to help my business, and maybe potentially in the future, I might want to create a different business that I can leverage my personal brand on. And this comes to the dangers of becoming comfortable. I've said this many times before to my friends, to my family. It's very, very important to get out of your comfort zone, because the day you stay in your comfort zone, you're never going to be able to grow. And this really works within business and also in your day-to-day life. There's a reason why I train 6 to 7 times a week. This consists of gym, jiu-jitsu, martial arts. It's really disciplining my mind. If I can put work in, if I can stay consistent in a sport, I've been doing jiu-jitsu for the last 6 years now. It's been a big part of my life. I've done some competitions. I've met some great people along the way. If I can do that within the last 5 to 6 years, why can't I use that same consistency, same discipline, and put that into a business? You are who you are. If you are someone who is sitting down, waking up late, laying in on a day-to-day basis, That's going to translate into your work. It's going to translate into your business. But if you know you can be that person who wakes up on time, who does that workout when you don't want to do that workout, eats the healthy food, when you don't really want to eat the healthy food, do you think I really want to eat healthy food on a daily basis? Pretty much, I kind of got into a habit now where I do, but I also want to have junk food. I do want to have that burger sometimes. But I know that the salad with chicken is going to be way better for me than that junk food. That option is going to take me to a different place. The junk food is going to take me to another place. Where are you headed? Where do you see yourself in the next 6 months? Every option, every decision you make is very crucial to the future. The way you look and the way you present yourself to others is very important. If you look in shape, you dress well, people are already going to think this person has some discipline. He probably works out, probably eats well, and no one can really mess with him. If you're in good shape, most of the times, no one really wants to mess with you, whether that's been on a physical basis or whether that's on a mental basis. It's so important that if you are looking to go down this entrepreneurial route, you're looking to change your life in the next 6 months, it's not just one area that you need to focus on. I'm focusing on all areas. Am I working out? Am I doing my steps? Am I eating well? How's my sleep? These things are going to make a big difference within the person that you're going to become. And these are things that I really had to dial down in. You can't let these addictions, you can't let these dopamine releasing activities take over you. It's very easy, very easy to go down the route of having milkshakes, burgers. I've done it. I've been in these positions before where I've delved into junk food. I've missed workouts because I wanted to just chill at home. You know, these are things that we all do. But if you can get away from these things and even maintain that for the next 3 months, your body already starts to like and makes it a habit into what you actually want to do. And on a serious note, once you've done it for at least 90 plus days, it becomes normal and it becomes part of your lifestyle. And that's the hardest change to do it for a certain period of time so that, you know what, it becomes the norm. To wrap up this video, I want you to comment the business, the idea that you have in the comments below. I read every single comment. So it's obviously, as you know, this is a growing page on YouTube. I never used to post YouTube in the past, but I'm reading every single comment. And I'm gonna reply to the idea that you have and give you some, potentially a thumbs up or give you some feedback on what the idea is. And we'll look back at this video in 6 months to see where you are. This could be a way of you journaling that, you know what, you're gonna start today. And I look forward to seeing how you get on in the next 6 months.